We're in Sedona, Arizona, focused on tuning suspension for the brand new Trance 29er.
So with every product development cycle, obviously all of those product development cycles start in a meeting room where we talk about concepts, we talk about engineering, put things on a whiteboard, and we really have a target that we want to hit.
In developing the Trance 29, we start very early on with basic geometry prototypes, and that's the start of our process. From there, we make subtle refinements based on the trail feel we're looking for, and we're starting with a really basic baseline suspension tune for the bike. And we're really focused at that point in time, not on the tune characteristics of the suspension, but really on the geometry.
Ultimately, with this project, we're just trying to make a ripping, modern little trail bike that's capable but lively and fun, and you can be excited to ride on all day. And that's what I've been doing with the thing. I've got a lot of miles on it, and we've had a handful of versions of front triangles with different reach and head angle. As bikes have become longer and slacker, which is how we want them, it's gotten more difficult, especially with the 29er, to control both front end grip and precision. And so as we move through these front triangle versions, we also started looking to fork offset. The reality is the bikes are way different now. They're little mini downhill bikes. And we took offset all the way down to 42 millimeters, which gave really, really good precision, but almost hurt stability a bit. So we're back at 44, and these bikes are gonna have a 44 offset fork.
We start honing in that bracket on what we're looking for in fork and shock performance to really achieve the most balanced performance out of the Trance 29er from the front end to the rear end across all riding sizes and abilities. As we get here to Tune Camp, we've narrowed that bracket down a little bit more, and then we put 6 riders out on the trail and rotate through various fork compression tunes and shock compression and rebound tunes, really until we continue to bracket in to find the best sweet spot to meet the majority of our riders' needs, regardless of their size, weight, riding conditions, and terrain.
So through the course of a day, we're really riding from sun up to sundown on the same trail with exactly the same variables, trying to minimize those variables. The one thing that we really are changing is the suspension. That's the fork and the shock. You always start at one extreme, then you start with the other extreme, and somewhere down the line, you're meeting in the middle.
Because the bike has such capable geometry, we're asking a lot of the suspension system. So we've been doing run after run on a variety of trails here, a bunch of different terrain types, and we're really starting to hone in on a suspension setup that gives us everything that we need in this relatively short travel package, and it's pretty awesome what you can get away with on this bike.
This extra step is really what gets the details right, because we do take that fork and we take that shock that we think is in the ballpark, then we come out here to the desert to prove that it's specifically right.
Getting here in Sedona is really the end of our bracketing process. And what we set out to achieve with the Trance 29er is a bike that is capable of your everyday trail ride, your punchy to rolling flat, light trail duty, all the way to rough, rocky, rowdy, high speed, low speed, steep and deep. This bike does it all.